I want every athlete to successfully climb the Mount Everest of the Tao. At the very peak is the quantum being and energy vibrations of chi. It is a peaceful state of no mind potential, a state of no thought, centered in the heart. Quantum being is a very subtle and silent heart centered existence of supreme confidence and awareness. There is not a convoluted, twisted, and blaring mind to interfere with and obstruct heart centered, heightened, and expanded awareness and spontaneous explosive action. Before any athlete can even begin their ascent of the Mount Everest of the Tao, they must get their mental emotional body in shape with mental emotional strength and conditioning. Is your mental emotional body in shape? How strong is your mental emotional body? How good of a condition is it in? What does that even mean? Mental emotional strength and conditioning. Mental emotional body strength and conditioning base camp is for developing the tools, understanding, beliefs, and discipline to continually reprocess unhealthy, bad feeling mental activities towards better feeling and healthy mental activities. Symbiotic sports psychology and coaching is about bringing two schools of athletic coaching together. There is the traditional school of athletic strength and conditioning coaching within the Newtonian world of linear time, energy, mass, force, and momentum in a mental world of strategic cunning. This is a world of body versus body, mass versus mass, muscle versus muscle, force versus force, and mind against mind. And now there is a new school of coaching within the quantum world of three-dimensional time and the energy vibrations of chi. This is a world of energy versus energy, vibration versus vibration, knowing versus knowing, feeling versus feeling, in a world of allowing the free flow of energy from within a heart centered universe. Every athlete has learned their way and how to climb the mountain of success. Each mountain exists as they have been taught. I want to teach each athlete to see their mountain differently. And with this new sight, the mountain will become different. It will no longer exist as it was taught. Success is about winning, yes, but being successful is a state of being. It is something you are. Success is what you must be on the inside. An athlete's outward reality and experience of winning and losing are but a reflection of their inner state of mental emotional being. Success or failure in competition or in life itself is a mental emotional state of being first determined within the battlefield of the mind. My question to you is, are you ready to take on that battle? For yourself, for your family, for your team? How about for your nation and God? Hello, my name is Andrew Jackson, and I am creator and director of the Center for Symbiotic Sports Psychology and Coaching. This video is introduction part 2 to the Tao of Athletic Success workout, a course in how an athlete and their coaches must utilize and harmonize their mind, body, emotions, and awareness together as a team to succeed in competition and in life. The links for introduction parts 1 through 5 videos to the Tao of Athletic Success workout are in the description below. The Tao of Athletic Success workout and all my materials are freely available PDF downloads from my websites, symbioticpsychology.com or emotional-evolution.com. Every moment of every day is an opportunity to practice successful being. Emotional awareness, feeling good or feeling bad, has evolved through billions of battles, conflicts, and confrontations for the survival of the fittest, most powerful, and cunning species on Earth. Emotions have evolved not to be controlled by the mind with rational dominance, or ignored with mindful awareness, or tolerated with mental toughness. Emotions have evolved to work with the mind as a team in a harmonious dance for an athlete's every day, every moment feeling good, health, well being, and successful decision making ability. The Tao of Athletic Success workout has evolved to bring every athlete at all levels, from beginning to world champion, to a new level of evolutionary power and strength, speed, agility, cunning, and success. This work is dedicated to University of Wisconsin long distance runner who committed suicide, Sarah Schultze. She was taught about being a winner or a loser. She was taught about mindfulness and not to respond to thoughts and emotions. And she was taught about being mentally tough to control her emotions and run through the pain. But was she taught how to live, how to win those internal battles of the mind? Isn't teaching, training, and developing the tools and skills to be successful in competition and within those internal battles of the mind also a necessary aspect of any sports program? No pain, no gain of a good physical workout does not work with emotional pain. Ignoring emotional pain is like ignoring an infection. To do so will destroy you, if not kill you first. A Taoist teacher standing in front of his students was pointing to the moon and stars beyond. The students just stared at the man's broken and mangled hand. He gently spoke to his class. Do not fixate on the broken and mangled hand, for it is indeed a soreness to any beholder. The message is not within the hand, nor within the moon and stars at which it points, but rather lies within another universe that surrounds us, known only through its quiet revelations. The words, diagrams, and pictures in this book are the broken and mangled hand. They are not the message, but point towards the message, which will only be heard within the silence of the Tao. Champions in sport or in life prevail because their cognitive emotional projection of reality becomes dominant and prohibits the competition from seeing the reality of their own success. What does this mean? Prohibits the competition from seeing the reality of their own success. Long ago, I was a high school drafting teacher when one of my students had a problem and called for help. I had to be careful not to get caught in their state of muddle and being in the problem. Their mind was in a reality of confusion. If I wasn't powerfully holding on to my knowing and reality of the solution, I could easily fall into their reality of not knowing. If you take two identical tuning forks and strike them, the weaker vibrational fork will come into step with the stronger. That is called the principle of dominant resonance. The more powerful vibration wins. Symbiotic sports psychology was developed to make sure that cultivated athletes have the more powerful, winning, and knowing vibration of being the victor. First, visualize climbing Mount Everest. Do you have the picture of yourself climbing Mount Everest? Now I want you to express your intention to climb Mount Everest next May. Which action, visualization, or intention means I have a date on Mount Everest? Which action means I had better get my backside in gear? I have a mountain to climb. So, red and blue are opponents. Who has the greater power of mental, emotional knowing that I am the winner of this match? Who has developed the more powerful potential vibrational energy of chi? Red, who visualizes and has a nice picture of winning, or blue, who has a clear intention of being the winner of this match? Who is the winner of this competition? Red is. Know it, be it, win it. Success is a vibrational state of being. Visualization gets you to the door. Intent takes you through the door. The outcome of a competition or conflict in life itself matches the mental, emotional, vibrational state of being of the victor and the loser. The play of the game is just an opportunity to determine who has the greater capacity to remain in which state. In Game 1 of the 2025 Eastern Conference NBA Finals, Indiana was down 9 points with only 52 seconds left in the game. They won in overtime. In the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Gable Stevenson was down 1 point with 6.5 seconds to go for a 2 point takedown. He won at the buzzer. But in the 2025 NC2A finals, he was taken down for the first time all season and lost to Wyatt Hendrickson with 18 seconds to go. Who has the greater capacity to remain the victor, red or blue? All the steps up the Mount Everest of the Tao, from boot camp strength and conditioning of the mental emotional body to the process being, and then the inspirational awareness within the intuitive being, have all been a preparation for the final ascent to quantum being. I cannot stress enough about developing the mindless and quiet state of no thought with no mental activities. This is the heart centered, peaceful, feels good state of bliss and love capable of responding to any rarefied, high altitude, and subtle vibrations within the Tao. The mind must be quiet that one may hear. Emotions must be peaceful that one may feel. One cannot act if one is not aware. The quantum being perceives and acts within the rarefied vibrational subtleties hidden within the mental and emotional noise and confusion of an undisciplined mind jumping, bouncing, and meandering from object to object, from emotion to emotion, lacking any direction, focus, or intent. We are vibrational quantum beings that reach beyond the time and space of a past, present, and future. Feel it, know it, it is. Have you ever been lucky? I want you to reach into your past and think and feel times where you were lucky. How about driving? Hit all the green lights? All the red lights? Maybe you were outdoors and saw an unusual bird, animal that didn't belong. Have events ever just fallen into place for you and everything just turned out right? How about you just happen to meet the right person at the right time or the wrong person at the wrong time? Successful want, desire, and intent. If an athlete learns how to harmonize their cognitive activities with their emotions to feel good, they have the capacity to reach through time and space and attract the necessary ingredients and circumstances for their success, including luck. Before an athlete can make the ascent to the peak of quantum being, there is a prerequisite ledge for them to understand, know, and practice. The intuitive being involves a cultivated soul that understands and can utilize the symbiotic relationship between their mind, body, emotions, and awareness. I will give you an example. I was getting into a shower when I smelled death. I emotionally felt that something was not right. I turned around and I came nose to nose, eyeball to eyeball with a scorpion, crouched on the high windowsill of the shower. Think back and see if you can remember a time when you had an intuitive thought or feeling that something was off or that something felt right. Did you successfully act on your intuition? To be successful as an intuitive being, an athlete must understand the harmonious dance between shadow and light, feminine and masculine, between emotions and mind. An intuitive being acts on a knowing that something feels off, or acts on a knowing that something feels right. An athlete cannot act on good or bad feeling gut awareness if they are in an unaware state of mental emotional turmoil that will camouflage any subtle mental emotional significance and meaning. To be an intuitive being, one must first understand that thoughts produce the physiology that is perceived as emotions. Now feel the feeling. What thoughts or awareness could have produced that emotion? An intuitive being cultivates their mental interpretation of their emotional awareness. Cognition interpretation of emotional awareness takes practice. Skill and expertise will come with practice, trial, and error. The intuitive being is acting not on logic, but on the harmonious feeling between mind and emotions. An intuitive athlete is emotionally aware of and acting on the unconscious physical subtleties within the match or opponent, such as the smell of their body chemistry, the slight twitch of their muscles, the glance of their eyes, the position of their arms, hands, and fingers, the vibrational feel of the air. Start with guessing. Say to yourself, what does this feeling mean? Feel the feeling, then, what does this feeling mean? An athlete cannot act on good or bad feeling gut awareness if they are already in a state of cognitive emotional turmoil that will camouflage mental emotional significance, interpretation, and meaning. Gut awareness involves emotions, and emotions involve cognitive activities of the mind such as thoughts, memories, beliefs, imaginings, perceptions, and reasoning. An athlete must be honestly aware of their cognitive emotional state or their intuitive action will fail. Intuitive action depends on mental emotional awareness, clarity, and understanding. An athlete can't feel it if they are trained to be mentally tough and to control or ignore any emotional awareness, or if they are trained to be mindfully aware of their thoughts and emotions with acceptance and without judgment, or if they are camouflaging their emotional state with mental chatter or actively suppressing, ignoring, and controlling their emotional state of being with drugs and medications. Gut awareness involves emotions, and emotions cannot be felt if an athlete is trained to suppress, ignore, or control their emotional state of being. Are your mind and emotions working in symbiotic synergy? Whether you are aware that something feels right or wrong, the mind must process that intuition or hunch into an awareness of action from within a good feeling vortex of power, strength, and agility conducive to health, well being, and success. Action from a bad feeling emotional place correlates with a vortex of mishap, calamity, and disaster. The eventual outcome and benefit of any intuitive move or play or action matches the feeling good or feeling bad cognitive emotional vortex of the player or team. Is your house well maintained? Are you seriously practicing dwelling upon that which is wanted, desired, and intended while maintaining a good feeling, healthy state of being? An athlete's outward reality reflects their own inner state of being. What is your mental emotional state of being? Are you harmonizing with what you don't want, which emotionally feels bad, or with what you do want, desire, and intend, which emotionally feels good? What is your mental emotional state of being? How do sports top 10 plays happen? It is a wonderful feeling and a mental emotional attitude of supreme confidence, clarity, and where there is no doubt. It's confidence, mojo. It's mental, a knowing. It's I know I got this. It's being intentional, having intent. It's having pure, unconfused want, desire, and intent. It's emotional. There is no doubt, only the great feeling of a successful outcome. Feel, know, act. It happens. In the 2025 Women's Collegiate Ice Hockey Championship, Wisconsin was down one goal when they were awarded a penalty shot with 18.9 seconds left in the game. Their whole season and a national championship came down to Coach Johnson asking, "Who wants it?" And immediately Kristen Sims raised her hand. She had no doubt. She had it. She felt it, allowed it, and it happened. And Wisconsin won the national championship in overtime. Imagine taking on the hopes and dreams of your teammates for a national championship. Imagine the mental, emotional feeling and knowing the confidence of, I got this. I got this. Intend it, feel it, allow it, It happens. The Newtonian world of coaching is about strength versus strength, mass versus mass, speed versus speed, and mind versus mind. Success is developing athletes' evolutionary heritage through strength and conditioning training and on the field practice. Newtonian athletic coaching is represented by today's coaching of the body for power, strength, speed, stamina, and agility, and classroom preparation for developing an athlete's mental powers of intellect, cunning, and reasoning. Newtonian athletic coaching is represented by today's reflexive training and coaching of the athlete's body and mind. An athlete develops their reflexes through rapid, high intensity movement exercises, unexpected and reactive drills, and high speed repetitive agility training. Today's sports psychology is about mental toughness and the masculine mind controlling the feminine emotional body. Because dangerous emotions drive destructive behavior, emotions must be controlled, regulated, and managed by a dominant cognitive mind within an environment of conflict, control, and separation. The quantum world of coaching is about the vibrational energy of chi. The Tao of Athletic Success is about the evolved harmony between the mind, body, emotions, and awareness to work cooperatively together. The mind, not emotions, generate the biochemical, neurological, and physiological states of being in the brain and body that drive behavior and are perceived as emotions. Therefore, instead of mind control of emotional behavior, emotions guide mental activities towards health, well being, and success. In the quantum world, success is generating a feels good emotional state of vibrational being conducive to strength, speed, agility, and successful decision making prowess. Decision making prowess refers to the ability to make sound, effective, and timely choices, often in complex or challenging situations. In the Tao of Athletic Success, decision making prowess includes cultivated, instinctive, and intuitive spontaneous action of the heart. In the quantum world, success is generating a feels good emotional state of vibrational being conducive to health, well being, and the synchronicities of success. If an athlete learns how to harmonize their mental activities with their emotions to feel good, they have the capacity to reach through time and space and attract the necessary ingredients and circumstances for their success, including luck. In the quantum world, success is not about mental toughness and emotional control. Success is about the mental emotional discipline needed to attain and maintain the symbiotic synergy of a powerful, strong, and agile feels good state of being conducive to health, well being, and successful decision making prowess. An athlete's symbiotic synergy between mind, body, and emotional awareness has evolved over millions of years of survival of the fittest, most powerful, strongest, and agile of bodies, as well as survival of the most clever, creative, and cunning minds that have ever lived on this planet. Your evolutionary heritage is there. It is up to you to be it. Success is a feeling good, mental, emotional, healthy state of being. A feeling good, cultivated, healthy, mental, emotional state of being is conducive to an athlete's evolutionary heritage of power, strength, and agility, as well as to their cleverness, creativity, and cunning. A feeling good, mental, emotional, healthy state of being is necessary for any championship performance. I hope you are seeing a new mountain. To be a world champion or an Olympic champion or simply just to make a team is to be a world champion or Olympic champion or a team player on the inside. An athlete must be it before they can see it. Success is not trying. Success is not doing. Success is being. Success is a state of being. Don't do it, be it. This video is introduction part 2 to the Tao of Athletic Success workout. If you know of any athlete that is being held back because of a disharmonious mind, body, and emotional relationship, the Tao of Athletic Success workout may bring them to a new level of athletic strength, speed, agility, cunning, and success. The background reading material for the Tao of Athletic Success is my technical paper, Cognitive Emotional Reprocessing Control Paper with supplements. All my materials are freely available, downloadable PDFs from my websites, symbioticpsychology.com or emotionalevolution.com. More background understanding can be found in The Personal Power of Chi, an athlete's evolutionary heritage of strength, speed, agility, cunning, and success. Or for those who enjoy golf or a golf analogy, The Yin Yang of Cognitive Emotional Dynamics, a study outline into your personal power of Chi. This is not a textbook or a workout, but an outline for coaches and athletes to help develop their mind and body's powers of intuition while enjoying a day on the links. Traditional sports psychology is based on a 3,000-year-old academic language of emotionally driven behavior and emotional control, regulation, and management. Within this environment of division, control, and conflict, modern sports psychology sabotages millions of years of struggle, hardship, and survival of the fittest, strongest, most powerful, agile, and cunning. This outdated sports psychology of mental toughness demands that the strong masculine mind must control the weak feminine emotional body. But we are in a new world and we need a new symbiotic sports psychology of respect, cooperation, and emotional wisdom. An athlete's mind, body, emotions, and awareness have evolved to work together cooperatively in symbiotic synergy. Within the Tao of Athletic Success workout, every athlete can develop their natural and evolved powers of health, well being, and successful decision making abilities. This has been Introduction to the Tao of Athletic Success Workout, video part 2. The links for introductions part 1 through 5 videos to the Tao of Athletic Success Workout are in the description below. All my works are freely available as PDF downloads from my websites, symbioticpsychology.com or emotional-evolution.com. The links are in the description below. If you are interested in personal coaching for yourself or your team and are ready to release millions of years of evolution that have been sabotaged by modern psychology, please feel free to contact me. Namaste and make it a great day.